So blindness, it can affect anyone.
By July of last year, I was completely blind.
I've been blind my entire life.
I've been I would refer to as a classically trained percussionist since I was 6 years old.
I learned music by ear. Some people learn it by sight reading. So there is different ways of teaching. There are different ways of learning.
I can play jazz, trap sets to heavy metal, rock, country, any genre of music on a trap set. Auxiliary percussion, marching percussion. I did all of that.
I've played just about everything. I've played country music. I've played classic rock. I've played Tejano. I've played blues.
I think for me, music has been a healing process.
Music gives me a way, and others that play it, a way to express themselves.
Music transcends all barriers.
I have played guitar since the mid-1980s. Started taking lessons when I was around 6 years old and continued that.
And having the ability to have access to musical instruments would give blind people something to accomplish, and also a way to express their emotions.
Music for me is a way to express myself as an individual.
You know, there's not a lot in the world that a blind person can't do. I've known that since coming here, honestly, and working here. There's been several people that I've come in contact with that I've met that honestly will blow your mind at what they can accomplish.
Part of my musical stuff is I go around, carry a digital recorder with me, and I take recordings of different sounds, trains, and things like that. And I use those in some of my projects for sampling. So I can use, like, if I got a really great bird, I can sample that in part of my project. And so it really gives me a really great ability to be able to broaden the project and put more stuff in it that I've created myself.
For me, when you get a good rhythm going, there's nothing better than that.
Whatever you put in comes back out. And so you want to try to make it as good as possible from the start.
From what I can tell you, being blind and what I went through, losing my sight was like a grieving process. And at times I'm still not through it all.
The client that I'm working with right now, we just got done having a discussion about it's okay to be a blind person. I gave a speech a couple of months ago at a conference, and I said, the people that I work with, some of them come in and they're crying. They're all upset about, this is a new world for me, and I don't know how to face it, and I can't do anything that I used to do. I had a lady come in yesterday, and she said, I'd really like to go on cruises, but I can't do any of that anymore. And I said, who says you can't? Well, I can't see to do that anymore. I said, who says? Who says you can't do any of that? I said, my wife and I are wanting to do that. In about 3 years, when we hit our 10-year wedding anniversary, we're both blind, and we're not going to let that stop us. You can't let that stop you either.